It's definitely a snowy day today. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Keiana and I am so excited for this video. Okay, if you watch my channel, you know I'm all about resetting, refreshing, getting our life together, that kind of, and my neighbor was taking you in her garbage bin. I just saw someone walking up and I was like, who is that? Anyways, you guys know this is my energy. I love this kind of stuff. And today's video, I kind of want to help you get your mindset ready for the upcoming year. If you're like me, maybe you had such a crappy end of the year. I know for me, from August, September to the end up to now, it was just like, I felt like the world was just testing me. Like I just felt tested month after month after month. And it was really hard to get into this whole frame of mind for feeling excited about the next year, especially with everything going on in the world. I'm just like, okay, well, what is the point? Recently, I found a lot of motivational quotes, inspirational people, podcasts, everything like that. So I thought I would put this video together because I know someone out there feels the same way I do. And I just want to give you guys some tips, some helpful resources, some motivation for the upcoming year. And then I'm also gonna walk you guys through how I reflect on the past year. So we're gonna reflect on 2021 and then plan and set some goals for 2022. So if this is your vibe, guys, I hope you enjoy this video. I am so excited for it. And if you want to stick around and subscribe, feel free to do so. Grab some water. Everyone, get your drinks, get hydrated because we don't always drink enough water, and get a coffee. I have my coffee, and let's start the video. All right, so before we get into the real steps I want to walk you guys through, if you're watching this video on a day that you want to dedicate to yourself, turn off your notifications, because I know for me, a lot of the times I'm planning to have a me day or some me time, even if it's for an hour a day. A lot of the times I put friends before me if they call me with issues. I put family before me if they call and want to talk. If you want to dedicate today to just focusing on yourself, just turn off your notifications. Well, unless someone's sick or something, I don't know, but take that with a grain of salt. But you know what I mean? Just personally, I woke up this morning and I turned off my notifications because I knew this is what I wanted to focus on today. So do that and don't feel bad for doing that. So the first real thing we're going to talk about today is planners. So I don't have the planner that I've been using for the past couple of years with me because I'm at my mom's house. I came home for the holidays. So I'll pop them on the screen. I usually use the Day Designer. The Day Designer is a goal setting planner, very much up my alley. They are not being sold in Canada right now, but I recommend getting a solid planner. Comment down below some planners that you guys like, because I'm gonna show you guys a planner that I got, but I thought I would like it. I don't like the format and I need something else and I need it quick. So with that said, here's what I got, and I still think it's solid, but it depends on who you are. So this is the Day Designer to-do/today notebook. Basically, it's just a straight flat to-do list, like literally just a to-do list, which I do like because a lot of the times I know when I was feeling overwhelmed in the year, I didn't want to go through the whole process that the Day Designer has in their thing. Like I just wanted to make a list of what's going on, especially because this is way lighter. So I still think it's gonna come in handy, but it's not what I envision for myself to have when I think about a planner for the new year. So I still recommend this. It was really affordable on Amazon, especially in comparison to a lot of the things on Day Designer. This was 19 Canadian dollars, which means probably like 15 American dollars. So yeah, do what works for you, but find a solid planner. It will help you, especially if you're goal oriented and every day you like to make lists about what you need to get done. Get a planner, get a to-do list notebook, get a sheet of paper, find what works for you. That's something that's worth looking into. The second thing we're gonna talk about, which is why I have my laptop here, is digital decluttering. So I actually started this process last night. So with that said, I'm gonna also say, even though I'm giving you all of these tips right now and I'm gonna be doing all of them today, this isn't something that you can necessarily do in one day or you have to do in one day. Even though I'm technically doing everything today, I started this process a week ago, 2 weeks ago, a couple weeks ago, because I already made a note of everything I wanted to do. I already started gathering some of the information that I wanted to share with you guys, which means I already had the information, right? The only thing I haven't done is set my goals, but I still have an idea. So don't stress yourself out to do everything in one day. It's not realistic. It's better to take time. Anyways, digital decluttering. So I started that process yesterday, and basically for me, that just means unfollowing people off Instagram. Can you not? Basically, that means unfollowing people on Instagram, unsubscribing from people on YouTube, clearing out my notes app, because in my notes app, it just gets so messy with the grocery list, the to-do list, like just a bunch of random stuff. For me, I just don't like to see clutter. And then with my phone, I have a bunch of pictures, videos, offload it or delete some stuff. Like there's just so much nonsense there. So get rid of stuff. That's the whole energy. And this can go beyond the digital space. I just started with the digital stuff because I'm not at my apartment, I'm at my mom's house, so I don't really need to declutter anything here because I don't live here. But the reason I advocate for this big digital declutter before the new year or before you start setting your goals in general is because what you see online obviously clouds your judgment constantly. I'm really big on unfollowing and following people when it's convenient to me, and sometimes I'm like, I wonder if people realize and think I'm weird. This goes beyond like YouTubers and influencers. This also goes into people that maybe you went to high school with. If they're not your friends, you don't need to follow them, you don't need to interact with them, you don't care about them. You know, that's really what it is. A few tips that I made to help with the whole digital decluttering process. I'm trying to find my note. So there were 3 things I kept in mind as I did this whole decluttering process. The first one, I unsubscribed from anyone that makes content I don't really watch. Like maybe I followed them because I liked their aesthetic, but I don't watch their videos, so I unsubscribed. Same way with Instagram, they post things you don't really care about, unfollow. I also unfollow anyone or unsubscribe from anyone that isn't consistent, meaning they haven't posted for a couple months, especially if I don't care about what they're sharing, like it's not unique. And then the last tip that I have for you guys is I got rid of anyone that I'm just no longer interested in. So all right, so let's move into inspirational content. There are 3 podcasts that I kind of want to talk to you guys about and just types of media I've been liking to consume lately. Let's also keep in mind that I think the media you consume will change based on where your mind is at, what you're focusing on at the time, and that's okay. So I'm just going to share with you guys some stuff I've been liking lately. So the first podcast I'm going to recommend, because I've been listening to this for years, Optimal Living Daily. I listen to this almost every morning because it's just not every day all the time. It's a short podcast, like usually between 5 and 10 minutes, and it just gives some insight every single morning before you start your day. Now they have different streams with this podcast, meaning they have one that's geared towards relationships, they have one geared towards finances, they have one geared towards mindset. I listen to the one geared towards mindset, and they'll just give you things like, here, I'll just read the titles of some of the past couple episodes. My morning routine isn't guru approved. The dangers of self-improvement. The most high leverage habit. But you get the gist, you know, it's just like a lot of self-improvement. That's the word. Personal development and self-improvement podcast topics. Oh, it literally says Optimal Living Daily, personal development, and minimalism. So yeah, I really like that podcast. I listen to it almost every morning while I make my coffee, because by the time I'm done making my coffee, the podcast is over and I feel like I've actually done something productive. I feel like I've consumed something useful, versus when I open my phone and it's just a bunch of empty posts on Instagram. Empty meaning valueless. You know? All right, the next podcast that I've been listening to a lot is The Diary of a CEO by Stephen Bartlett. I recently started listening to it in, I think, September or October, and I really enjoy it. He basically interviews different CEOs of companies or boss people and gets them to share their insights, their story, how they got there, and not just about how they grew the business, but their mental state, their mental health as they got to where they were. So I really enjoy it. I think a lot of you guys would enjoy it. Feel free to check it out. And then the last podcast I have on here is Anything Goes by Emma Chamberlain. I talked about it in, I think, my last video, but I'm a big fan of her. I really like her stuff. All right, some people that I've been enjoying, like business people on social media. I'm not really gonna list like influencers, but I've been liking Stephen Bartlett's Instagram account because he posts a lot of the insights from the podcast, which just obviously makes sense because I really love the podcast, so I like the quotes. I also like Michelle B, so I like her in terms of watching her YouTube videos, so I have her on here. She does a lot of like reset, organization, decluttering, well, I don't think she does minimalism stuff, but that kind of energy, like very much reset, routine, habit videos. I also like Mel Robbins. I've been really much binging a lot of podcasts that have her as a guest. I like her insight, I like her story, so I just thought I'd share for anyone that's trying to become a boss babe. I also like Grace Beverly because she's a founder of Tala, We Are Tala, and Shreddy. She used to do like fitness influencing, and she doesn't really do the influencing side anymore, but she show her business and the very transparent about her business and all that stuff. The reason I really like watching her is because one, it's nice to see someone your age doing something that you want to do. It's also nice to see that she's very much like still living her life, having fun, and still running a business. And I like to see that balance. I like seeing people that work hard. So if you guys have any suggestions on people you think I might like, comment them down below, because I'm always looking for people like that. I'm actually trying to build my feed with more of that right now and less of like all the foolishness. So yeah, let me know. All right, so let's move into the portion of this video where we start reflecting on 2021. All right, so there are basically 3 things I do when it comes to reflecting on a past year. So how I'm gonna reflect on 2021, the first thing I'm gonna do is go through my old journals. So this year I didn't write as much, I wasn't journaling consistently, which kind of makes this process easier because I wrote less. The second thing I do is I actually then look through some past 2021 goals that I would have set, which we're gonna do together. I'm gonna show you guys some of those and look at which ones I got through, which ones I didn't, why, just make a note. Sometimes I'll write down the reason, sometimes I'll just think about it. And then the third thing I do is go through some of the prompts that I have for reflecting on the year. So this year I actually got prompts from a friend. Me and her are definitely on the same wave when it comes to like being really in tune with what's going on in our lives and reflecting and that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna share them with you guys on the screen. It comes from someone's website, so I'll see if I can find them and link it down below, but I'll also just put it on the screen so you guys can screenshot. So we're gonna go through that process. While I read through my journal, I'm probably just gonna play some music and chill out for a bit. And this is gonna be a lengthy process, so let's do this together real time. Well, we can't do real time because I'm gonna speed up the video. Yeah, let's just go through this. We're back from our lunch break and I have some Starbucks. I got an Irish cream cold brew. All right, let us reflect on our 2021 goals. All right, so before I read off my goals, this is a book I actually bought this year for goal setting, dreaming, anything towards like my self-improvement, self-development, career goals, any type of goal, anything that is about looking forward in the future. This is very different from my journal that I used to just journal and talk about my feelings. I like to keep them separate because especially the type of person I am, where I'm very much more work focused than taking care of myself focused, which is not a good thing necessarily. So I like to keep those things separate. So let's go through my 2021 goals. I separated these goals into categories, 6 categories. So we're just gonna go through them really quickly. The first one was to use my journal regularly and not just when I'm going through stuff. I definitely did this a lot better than when I started journaling. I wasn't necessarily consistent all the time, but I definitely used my journal just to talk to myself sometimes, which is always a good thing. Exercise regularly. I'm gonna give myself this one because I think I confused the fact of me gaining weight with me not exercising regularly, which isn't true. The reason I gained weight is because overall I'm less active. And I can't really blame myself for that because I work from home. I'm home all the time generally. Like even though I work out 3 times a week, still I'm just not as active. So being nice to myself on that, and I'm gonna give it to myself. Eat healthier. I have to give myself a no for this because listen, I ordered McDonald's yesterday and I just order a bunch of crap all the time for food and it's not doing it for me. Next one is go to therapy. I still haven't done this. Personal development, better time management skills. I gave myself an X for this because I'm still always just waiting till last minute to do things, you know? So complain less. I feel like this is almost embarrassing to say, but I'm just so miserable sometimes and I need to definitely look into that because there's just no need for me to be fussy sometimes, and I am, and just complaining and all this stuff. So have a better sleep schedule. I definitely did this well. All right, let's move into relationships. I have 2 goals here. Reach out and check in on friends more. 1000% did that. Do more things with friends to get to know them deeper. 110% did that. Since we're not partying as much just because of everything going on, every time I interact with my friends, it has to be something that requires more communication, involvement, interaction. So I feel like I've gotten to know my friends better because of that. Career, passed my exam P. I did that. Passed exam IFM. I did not do that. These are my actuarial exams. Monetize unreserved. This is a goal I scrapped from very early because it's a project that I was working on, and I just kind of decided I wanted to focus on my YouTube instead of trying to pursue something new. Financial goals. Oh, I did really well financially. That last goal where it talks about scholarships, I'm gonna scrap that because I have no idea what scholarship I was even talking about. I did save 5K. I did invest in stocks. I did get sponsored by a brand. I got sponsored by Ana Luisa. Make freelancing a side hustle. I definitely achieved that one, and I set this goal before I actually started doing freelancing, like editing videos for clients, which is what I do. So I was on the money with that one. Creative goals, fluent in French, didn't do that. 20K subs, didn't do that. That was such a high, unrealistic goal to set, I will say that. Produce a planner, I kind of gave up on that, and I need to stop giving up on myself. Like when I set goals, they're totally achievable, but I kind of gave up on the idea because I just realized that's not what I really want to do anymore. I also think I just stopped believing that it could be possible, so it's a mixture of both. All right, so now that we've gone through all our goals, I'm gonna write down all my 2022 goals. I kind of know what I want to accomplish, and then I'll show them to you guys and we'll wrap up the video. Let's go through my 2022 goals. Here they are. I'm just gonna go through a bit of them so that it can give more context, and yeah. So I want to get my G license. In Canada, there are different stages to your license. I have a G2, I want to get a G, and then I want to buy a car. So you see where that's going. I'm trying to get a car this year, guys, so wish me luck. I want to revamp my bedroom and my work from home area. This is something that's gonna definitely happen. I've already started purchasing things, so it's gonna happen. I'm just gonna group both of them, and I'm hoping to get them done in January. Fingers crossed. I want to invest in my first property. I was hesitant to put this on the list because it's more so a goal I want to accomplish before I'm 25, which is at the start of 2022, which is why I just threw it on at the start of 2023, which is why I just threw it on this goal list, because I'm just like, it keeps it in my field of vision, if you know what I mean, you know? I want to save 10K. I definitely think that's attainable. I want to invest 1,000 in stocks, create better spending habits. Yeah, I definitely need to work on that. I think even though I've been able to save more, I think with the money that I do give myself, I'm just in this rush to finish it. That's how it feels sometimes. I'm like, I have an extra $100 left. Should I buy something? Should I treat myself? Make 6 figures by the end of the year. Hit 5K on YouTube. That's definitely way more attainable than 20K. Read 10 books. I've always struggled with reading, so this one, I was gonna put 5, honestly, which is so low compared to most people, but I'm just being honest. Visit a new country. Let's see what's going on in the world, but I do have some trips planned, so let's just watch and see. Go on a solo trip. I really want to do this to help with my anxiety and stress. So more weekend getaways, consume content that improves my life, be more vulnerable. I feel like I listen to my friends a lot, but I don't in turn share things about myself, about my problems. I'll give surface level answers, but I don't really go deep, and I kind of want to break that barrier and be more vulnerable with my friends and family. Find a hobby that I enjoy and I didn't write this, but also find a hobby I enjoy and not try to turn it into a business. The next hobby I find and enjoy, I want to just enjoy it and stop trying to profit off myself all the time. Invest in my appearance. I've already started upgrading my wardrobe. I really worked on my skin a lot this year, and now I kind of want to merge that with another goal that we're going to talk about soon. Take courses to enhance my skills. I really want to take an editing course because I want to improve my content, and I also want to improve my public speaking skills. Learn to delegate. I think I like to put all the pressure on myself because I don't like to release control, but even with the freelancing business, I do want to bring people in to help me, and I haven't done that yet. Why? Because I don't like to delegate, and I don't like to give other people responsibility because I don't trust people. So I want to get better at that. Do something outside my comfort zone once each month, and this could be anything, you know, with a certain outfit, at a certain event, taking a certain class, doing something new. going skydiving. Create better work and productivity habits. Whenever I'm in the zone working on a project, even editing a YouTube video or studying for a test, I'll sit down and not eat all day. Then I'll get really bad stomach pains and then I'll suffer and struggle and just stuff like that. This is just one of many. I also have bad posture. Like there's so many ways I can break this tip down. I do see myself working harder this year. So I want to gain better habits, gain a better routine, gain a better grip on how I manage stress. This kind of ties in with the one before. Also, when I'm stressed, I just lose control of myself. Like I'll just be in sweats and hoodies all day, and I know it doesn't even make me feel good, but I'll just do it all day. And where's the tip that ties in with the whole appearance thing? Oh, I think that kind of ties in with the better productivity work habits. When I feel like I have a lot of work to do, I just don't take note of my appearance. Like I just don't care, and I want to care more. Work with a dream brand. So I have a list of brands that I really like. I'll pop some of them on the screen, and I want to work with another one. So work out more to feel good versus looking good. This is something I've already started doing, but I just want to continue doing that into the new year. And honestly, I only put it on the list because at first the list was cut off at 23 and I didn't like the odd numbers, so I put 24. Also, I'm turning 24 this year. And it's my champagne year because I'm born on the 24th. So you know. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I did a lot of talking. God bless you if you even made it this far to the end. Thank you guys so much for watching. And in regards to the giveaway, as I mentioned in the last video, I'm doing a giveaway in this video, my previous video, and the next 2 videos where I'll just ask a question. All you have to do is respond and someone's going to be randomly selected from each video to win a $50 Visa gift card. So 4 winners in total. So the question for this video is to just comment down below a goal or something you're working towards for 2022. Or if you don't believe in setting resolutions, comment down below why. All right, so that's everything, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Me trying to get the coffee to cheers you guys out. Cheers, and I'll see you guys in the next one.